What's up, everyone? Yep, it's your friend Moving Game Lover 98 here to do a stream to show off my Thomas Home Media collection, showing off releases with George Carlin as the narrator. So yep, let's get started, and I hope you guys are looking forward to this, and anyone's welcome to join. But please, rules, if anyone's screen is not showing appropriate stuff or doing anything inappropriate or making not so good noises, aka making bad noises, I'll have to kick them out of the stream. So yep, now that that's out of the way, let me go and provide the link for the stream, and this link will also be provided in the description as well. So yep, let me go ahead and do that right now, actually. Alright, I provided the link a few times. Let's go ahead and start with the collection, with Thomas Home Media releases that feature George Carlin as the narrator. This one we're going to start with Trust Thomas because we're doing stuff with George Carlin. Hello to you, Grungus Jarvis. Nothing much about Trust Thomas. Love this release. Next up, we got Thomas Gets Bumped. Yep, I'm gonna find the VHS variant of Thomas Gets Bumped with non-echo tracks throughout the episodes. Did you hear about my family? No, what happened? Thomas Gets Bumped. Next up, Thomas Percy and the Dragon. Which, yes, I finally have the booklet for. Hooray! Which I showed this in previous stuff. Yep, I did do that, you guys. Next up, Percy Takes the Plunge, the DVD retelling of Daisy and Other Stories. But look at this, now I have the booklet for it. Because I found it off a separate copy. Yeah, Flick was telling me in one of his streams how this doesn't make sense to have the Toss's day off picture on this. They could have just used the Gordon picture from Tender Engines. Just to make it easier. I guess I'll show the booklet because I didn't show it for Percy Takes the Plunge before. Yep, that's Percy Takes the Plunge, aka the DVD version of Daisy. Next up, James Goes Buzz Buzz. Yep, there's not much to say about these, except I don't think there's a possibility I'm going to find the James Goes Buzz Buzz and Other Toss Stories VHS, which does have Toss's Christmas Party at the end of the tape. Probably not. And it comes to this as well, Percy's Ghostly Trick. But also, I want to bring this up to you guys if anyone you guys join. Other stuff is allowed to be talked about as long as it's other kids shows and other Thomas stuff can be also be shown as well. Just want to point that out. But yep, I'm probably just going to get the ink label of Percy's Ghostly Trick on VHS anyway. Well, because you know me, I know ink label tapes of Thomas are much superior than stickers because they don't. Because the only way to break an ink label tape is if you accidentally drop the tape. But with stickers, you got to be careful with not just to peel off with your fingernails. But I guess the two errors they fixed, I think. Like, I like to have the top fixed where the logos or the title of the release is printed the right way instead of it facing the wrong way. Because I don't like on the original releases they're printed upside down. Same thing with James Goes Buzz Buzz, because I'm going to get that ink label, like, bluish tape. This I'm going to get ink label, because I think that's the one that has the master with Toss Missing Christmas Tree at the end of that tape. Even though I think I just want to have the standard version, because I have the Thomas and the Missing Christmas Tree on other releases anyway. Yep, that's Percy's Ghostly Trick, all taken care of. And, well, bless me, guys. I was waiting for that sneeze to come out. Did I tell that 6 people in my family passed away? I'm so sorry to hear that, Grungus Jarvis. Please pass on their condolences to me. Well, pass my condolences to them. But yeah, Rusty the Rescue is the next one. I would have gotten a homemade Toss's Christmas Party homemade release and just printed out 2 of them. I really miss them. Do you know what it's like to lose someone in your family? Basically, what happens is on the day they pass away, depending on if they want to get cremated or... I don't think you should talk about why people die in real life. I don't think that's appropriate to talk about right now. Because this is more of a time to talk about showing off Thomas stuff right now. Why don't we just talk about it after this is done? after I'm finished off with this. But yeah, Rusty the Rescue. Why are there two pictures of Duncan? Duncan's not in this release. And Trusty Rusty's not on this release, the episode. Anchor Bay, for your last episodic release. Why'd you seriously put two snapshots of Duncan when he's not on this release and the episode Trusty Rusty's not on this release? Be it Rusty the Rescue. I'm also going to find this ink label because actually, well, even though it doesn't matter which version of Rusty the Rescue I buy on VHS because it makes sense because Rusty's the main character in Rusty the Rescue, the episode itself. But yep, next up, toss the special letter. Yep, has my favorite standard gauge engine episode of season 4 of all time. Toss the special letter, and I got to agree with most people. It is a really cool episode. Yeah, I guess Anchor Bay for some reason chose Birdie because like he was in some of the episodes on this release. Well, he makes a cameo in both Steamroller and Bowled Out. And I like this version much better than the 2002 VHS in my opinion, because at least it has the art style from it. It's just I don't like, well, seeing errors on the other releases. But except these, the first and the last are in the right order, but the other 4 are just mixed around. That's the only problem I have. But yeah, toss a special letter. I know a lot of people are still missing this release. There's too much to name who has this release and who doesn't. But now I'm pleased to have it in my possession finally. Toss a special letter. Next up, Thomas's friends help out. Yes, it's very bizarre. This has the Hit Entertainment logo, but this is the last release to incorporate the Grace and D and Wild interactive logo for the last time on a Thomas DVD. Yep, lots of errors some people notice on this release. It's for these ones, that episode, these two, and that one right there. But yep, Toss's friends help out. I definitely recommend this release. Next up, Henry and the Elephant, DVD retile of Gallant Old Engine. But I wish they kept the art style from the original VHS, or from the reprint from 2001 on the DVD poster art. Henry and the Elephant. I definitely recommend this release. If you want the home media release Gauntlet Engine on a disc-based format, if I'm looking for the Sounds of Sodor version of this, can we please do this later, Grungus? I'm trying to focus on the collection. Why don't I just put him in timeout? He needs to stop spam commenting at once. I'm so sorry, guys. I was really annoyed that Grungus Jarvis wouldn't knock it off. But anyway, Henry and the Elephant. It's the only way you can get the Gauntlet Engine home media product on DVDs, so you must absolutely get it. But next up, Sing Along and Stories. Yep, don't mind me with 2 booklets in my Sing Along and Stories, guys. I'm probably just going to get rid of one. Or I could ship it to someone's house if I know what to do. But anyway, Sing Along and Stories. Some people say, why is this Toby snapshot from Bullseye's on here? But that's technically during the song Toby, I think. But what I'll do is just use a piece of tape and actually just cover up the rest of the word story and just use like other pieces of tape for the word song. That's what I'll do. Well, story and songs both start with the letter S. But anyway, Sing Along and Stories, absolute recommend. Next up, Thomas Meets the Queen homemade DVD cover I made. Next up, Thomas's Friends Get Along. Which, yes, has the art stuff from the 2000 VHS. Both these pictures, I don't know why they're on the front. They could have just used the different pictures, but oh well. Yep, Thomas's Friends Get Along. Recommend that release. Next up, Thomas Comes to Breakfast. One of my favorite Thomas home media products. Yeah, this is the only way I'll have Thomas Comes to Breakfast on DVD is this version. Unless I do something clever, I cut the front cover from the slim case and take it out. Like it's alternating from something else. Well, anyway, Thomas Comes to Breakfast. Mine has a whole bunch of goodies inside. Well, yep, Thomas Comes to Breakfast. That's a recommend. Now on to Big Day for Thomas, which I'm glad I own one version anyway, because I'm not getting that VHS from 1998, which is extraordinarily hard to find. Yep, Big Day for Thomas. Let's just check to see if I missed a release that features George Carlin. Well, I'm pretty sure I got all of them. But yeah, Big Day for Thomas. Not much to say, but except please put the subtitle in other stories, because there's more than just the episode itself at Big Day for Thomas. At least on the Thomas Comes to Breakfast DVD, they put the subtitle, but doesn't make sense to be on Thomas's Friends Get Along. But I'm probably going to find the flashcards version of, well, Big Day for Thomas and Really Rev Engines, if I get around to finding it. That's the first stack. Now we go on to the next row, which we skip straight to 10 Years of Thomas, but the reasons why is I'm showing off releases with just George Carlin only. As long as I'm going in order, that's all that matters. So I'm just showing off Thomas Home Media releases where it only features George Carlin. "10 Years of Thomas." Still need a booklet for this one. But if I see a copy anywhere with a booklet, I'll just take it and put it into another DVD. Alright, guys, we're just gonna have to stick with this. Anyway, Terrence Thomas, yeah. That's all taken care of. I like all the clips from it. Toss Christmas Wonderland's next. Still want to find the Train Yard Tracks CD version of Toss's Christmas Wonderland on DVD. Maybe if I find it in a retro store, I'll buy it. Sorry, I'm gonna have to deal with this, guys, because I don't want to waste time. I need to go as fast as I can. Yeah, Toss versus Wonderland, this is rare. You're gonna have to work hard to find this, guys. Or rather just get the VHS, because the VHS for some reason is going for a good amount of money. But anyway, Trackside Tunes. But yeah, still want a slipcover for Trackside Tunes. Trackside Tunes. It says that the Trucks story is new. No, it's just Rusty House Peter Sam, just with the UK title, but with George Carlin still narrating. But yeah, Trackside Tunes. That's another sing-along release to have George Carlin, even though they could just put something else on here. And now we're going on to the best ofs. We do Best of Percy because I'm doing an order of when they came out on VHS originally. Even though I want the 2007 versions just to make it accurate to them as possible. Yeah, and that's another reason I didn't do the Ringo Starr ones either. Because there's only 8 ones to feature Ringo Starr's American narration for some episodes. This one, but the rest are, I'm showing this because of George Carlin. Best of Percy. I guess Anchor Bay released it first because, you know, all the episodes focus on Percy. But when we go to Best of Thomas next, for some reason Anchor Bay messed it up. Anyways, Best of Thomas, which does, yes, feature almost all the episodes focused on Thomas, but why is Thomas Priest and the Dragon here? Can they just replace it with Trust Thomas? Easy as cake. But yeah, Best of Thomas. Yep, everyone should have Best of Thomas. Absolutely. Best of James is next. This and Best of Thomas have all narrated by George Carlin, but why does the last episode Time for Trouble? That does not have to do with James. That's about Toby. But yep, Best of James. Recommend this if James is your favorite character. Now we skip ahead to Toss a Snowy Surprise because the first season 6 releases have only Alec Baldwin as the narrator, but this one features George Carlin because there's 2 episodes with him from Christmas Wonderland that were reused for this. Yep, toss is no surprise. I'm glad I picked out the version with the CD. Yep, that's toss is no surprise, all taken care of. And now we go to the final Best of Gordon. Which, yes, I still want slipcovers for the 4 Best ofs. Best of Gordon. Yep, recommend this release. And now, that's because George Carlin took a break after Best of Gordon. We wait a while till we get to, well, Toss's Halloween Adventures. I have 2 copies. First, the original release from 2006. And the Universal one by 9 Story Media Group. And next up, Ultimate Christmas, because all the other releases for this one were all Michael Brandon. So now let's go straight to this one. And then next up, Mugglorious Mud. Still want the Sounds of Soda edition of this. Just 1 episode with Carlin on this. Yep, Mugglorious Mud, that's all taken care of. Not much to say, but it's a mixture of 3 different eras on one. And the last ones we have are Holiday Express. 1 George Carlin episode on this is the Toss of Percy's Mountain Adventure restored version, but it's the short version. It's in its restored quality. But luckily they show the extra scene at the end of the episode, but playing in sync. Yep, Hall Express. I'm just glad I'm keeping this one because I like how it just says copyright 2009 because all the other variants just say why did it come out this. It's a mix of both 2009/2010, but it's really 2009. But yeah, next up, Greatest Stories, featuring a few George Carlin episodes on this release, 4 to be exact. Yep. Greatest stories. Does feature my favorite George Carlin episode on here. That'd be Trust Thomas. The greatest stories. I do recommend this. And the last one to feature George Carlin on a home media release, Engine Friends. Yep, Engine Friends, the last one to have George Carlin as well as Baldwin and Ringo on mainstream release. Because the rest onwards till another Thomas release will be Michael Brandon. So anyways, yep, that's the last one, Engine Friends, and I guess we're done with the collection, guys. I guess I could show you something cool that I got. This will surely impress you guys. Well, I guess is trying to get in. Who's this? Oh, it's Thomas Fan 123. Let me add him with pleasure.
Hello.
Hey, Thomas Fan 123. I just finished showing off my Thomas Media collection where it just shows George Carlin as the narrator.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Now I'm just showing off some other stuff. Toss of Wiggles fan number 1000 says your Up Go the Wiggles DVD was delivered today. Yep, here it is right here. My first Sam era Wiggles release because at least I'm glad in that era these three stayed. Well, I guess I could say this combining with Thomas stuff. When I think of the Wiggles eras with these eras of Thomas. But anyway, yep, my Pop Go the Wiggles DVD. Like I said, these eras remind me of these Wiggles eras of Big Five Thomas. Yeah, the Greg era reminds me of the classic series hit era and the Renaissance era of Thomas. But Sam era reminds me of the C.J. Miller era, and the stupid Emma Watkins reminds me of the Blubba era, and even recently, this new Wiggles era reminds me of the stupid All Engines Go of Thomas. Ooh, another guest? Oh, would you look at that? It's Jake Martin. I'll add him. Yes, please.
Hey.
Hey, Jake Martin, welcome to the stream. I just finished showing off my Thomas Home Media collection with featuring George Carlin as the narrator.
Yep. See, I do have 5 VHS tapes that has George Carlin, so that's the Percy, which has 8 episodes narrated by George Carlin. Because this one has Ringo Starr as the narrator.
Yep, but I'm showing off something new. Here's my Pop Go the Wiggles DVD.
Oh, I see.
First Sam Moran era Wiggles release in my Wiggles Home Media collection.
I'm still trying to get Pop Go the Wiggles, so...
It's a 2008 DVD.
Yeah. Yeah, Percy Takes the Plunge has Ringo Starr's narration, so...
Luckily, it's the US dub, not the UK one.
Yeah. Pretty sure.
Well, yep.
That's the Thomas.
I have that on DVD too, Best of Thomas. I certainly have that. Hold on, another guest is trying to get in. Oh, wait. I thought another guest was getting in. Never mind. Okay. Never mind.
Yes, the Best of Percy has the image from Magic Railroad on the back cover.
Yep, it's also on the back cover of the 2000 VHS of Magic Railroad 2.
Best of James.
Yep, I have that too.
Best of Gordon, which has 7. Because the last 2 from season 5 have Alec Baldwin, so...
Yeah, speaking of that, I'm actually going to do the next Thomas Home Media Collection where I show off releases with Alec Baldwin as the narrator. The reasons why I'm doing just George, Alec Baldwin, and Michael Brandon and Mark Morgan is because Ringo Starr only got counted 5, 6, 7, 8 releases. The VHS only releases that didn't get a DVD release, and 2 of them did get a DVD plus Best of Percy, Engine Friends, and Greatest Stories. That's 8. So that's really only 8 with Ringo Starr we got in America.
And Thomas gets bumped.
I have that 2006 DVD of it.
Yes, this is the Anchor Bay copy, which I prefer better. Even though it sucks that the Hit Entertainment logo, the old one that you prefer, was not showing at the beginning and at the beginning, not even at the end. I mean,
but the DVD fixed that problem in 3 years later in 2006.
Oh, and as for Best of Gordon, the Hit Entertainment logo wasn't showing at the beginning, but it was showing at the end with the Nick Jr. logo on it.
Yeah, it's actually, yeah.
Just like Percy's Chocolate Crunch, which they use the end credits, of course, from Percy's Chocolate Crunch. Damn, why does my phone keep falling? Okay,
It's alright. I've done an accident before, but yeah.
Now I have some DVDs. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 18. Here's Thomas and his friends help out.
Oh yeah, I know you couldn't show the thing while I was showing the collection myself, but now you can show off your stuff with Pleasurely. But we can do other things as long as it's Toss related and other kid shows and Hit Entertainment stuff.
And yes, if you press the buttons of Thomas, Percy, and Bertie, they're narrated by Michael Brandon, and they're probably taken from the paint party on the Hooray for Thomas DVD. Before they said that they need to be painted, so
yeah.
And Sir Topham Hatt, on the other hand, is narrated by Robin Smith. May he rest in peace, of course.
Yeah, but actually, and also recently, this actress who recently passed away too. I don't know if you heard the news. Janice Burgess, the one who's the co-creator of Blue's Clues and the main creator of The Backyardigans, she recently passed away a few days ago, at the age of. Because I have some Blue's Clues releases to honor her passing, to contribute her passing. But yeah, Toss's friends help out. Well, I'll tell you more later. But yeah, Toss's friends help out. Still, your
Well, Enrique Jr. Gomez says that it's strange that Thomas, Percy, and Bertie were voiced by Michael Brandon, whilst their top of hat was Robin Smith, but I don't find that strange. So,
I mean, I know you're. Well, wait. Yeah, I know you're showing the DVDs in chronological order when by DVD year, not like when the releases originally came out on VHS. But I
yeah,
do the.
I prefer putting them in the year order, just like I did with my Barney DVDs and my Wiggles DVDs. So, and here's the fun with Thomas DVD
You should.
sampler.
Yeah, you can show that because I know you have the Quarry Adventures on Twitter, which does have the Toss Breaks the Rules episode, which we'll show in a sec.
Thomas's Snowy Surprise, which only has two: Thomas's Christmas Party and Thomas and the Missing Christmas Tree. So,
Yep, I have the version with the CD of Toss's Snowy Surprise. I know you're. I know you're not a big fan of CD. Well, you like collecting CDs, yes, but you just don't like collecting them in thicker cases with DVDs.
yeah, but I have, but yeah, even though yes, it says storytellers Alec Baldwin and George Carlin was said on the back cover, the actual program still says they did not bother putting the words "and George Carlin" besides told by Alec Baldwin.
Well, Hit Entertainment forgot for some reason, but
I don't know why Hit Entertainment and Anchor Bay are being forgetful.
and I know we already showed Best of Gordon, but now we're gonna go straight to Tom's Friends Go Along, and also we're not gonna show Mike New Friends for Tom's because that's the only one to have Michael Angelis and Pierce Brosnan only did the Great Discovery. That's why I'm only.
Yep, I have Thomas and his friends get along, and another sampler DVD, Corey Adventures on Sodor, which only has Thomas Breaks the Rules taken from this.
And a big day for Thomas as well. Yep, also in a big day for Thomas.
10 Years of Thomas. Now, these characters, they don't talk, but Thomas, James, and Percy whistle, and Harold the helicopter makes flying sounds because of his propellers making a lot of noise. So,
Yep. Oh yeah, My 10 Years of Thomas with a slip cover, but the Sounds of Soda one also comes with a slip cover.
Sing Along and Stories, which has Peter Sam and the Refreshment Lady and Bulldog,
which cannot be found in any other release.
which they put them in the reverse order for some reason. Yeah, for some reason, because
No, it's okay. Just keep showing your thing.
okay, yeah, they put them in the reverse order because Bulldog, that was back when Peter Sam and Sir Handel used to be called as Stuart and Falcon, and then, like, who cares about the reverse order? I mean, and yes, Duncan made cameos in 2 episodes. So, there's Thomas, Percy, and the Dragon.
Yep. This is which I know a lot of people have.
Trust Thomas, which,
Yep. Which
yes,
does have.
Yes, it has 5 episodes taken from each DVD, so they could, to avoid making the audio sound terrible, like, yeah, to avoid that, of course. Yes, Well, we
Oh,
all know what those 5 episodes would take it from, so.
well, actually, is there any way that I was hoping maybe you could make the post the same way, but actually take the Henry's Forest glossy Gloucestershire photo, like Gloucestershire font text version from Toss's Christmas Party on the favorite stories, and say like only Toby's Tightrope was the one that had to deal with the crappy audio. Even though Toby's Tightrope is on the TV Teddy Thompson Breeze Great Race VHS.
Yeah.
Maybe that one they fixed the audio issue on the Thompson Breeze Great Race VHS, which I don't have yet.
And here's Thomas in the special letter, which, people at Anchor Bay, they flipped Birdie as a left-hand side bus, like buses in America, even though he's a right-hand side bus, just like in British and even Australia, so, but we all know that. You understand that? Who wants to worry about having these characters being flipped, those images, and Percy's ghostly trick?
Which I'm going to find the ink label variant, but I'm not quite sure if that's the version that does have Toss and the Missing Christmas Tree at the end of the tape, because this one, I don't know why it says helps Donald Douglas rescue Toss, even though Toss Missing Christmas Tree is not on this release.
And yes, that image of Percy looking up, that's from a scar for Percy, even though it's on Thomas Percy and the Dragon, when he says, "Oh," when the boxes and bags started to went flying everywhere, and so is Sir Topham Hatt's top hat, and then before some jam got all over Percy's face, and the top hat landed on his lamp iron. And as for this image from Escape, that's also flipped.
On the back cover of the 1996 reprint VHS box, which I'm actually going to get that VHS box, which I'm actually have to deal with, not only because, I think it's best to like have the just one, it's going to have two errors, not only because it has an incorrect picture, but I think like the two errors they fixed makes up for it, but the contents I'm nervous about, well, because I don't want to have the version that plays Thomas Missing Christmas Tree at the end, because we have it on several Christmas releases. But I don't know. I really don't know which VHS version of Percy Socially Trick to get now. I'm not so sure. Because James Goes Buzz Buzz, I was holding it, yeah.
Yeah, I got James Goes Buzz Buzz.
Which actually...
I know some copies of the character gallery taken from Percy Saves the Day. I know some copies does have Sir Topham Hatt, the character, of course. But unfortunately, our copy does not have it. It has Sir Topham Hatt removed for some darn reasons.
Even though he's on the menu of this release, I guess that's okay.
And his voice was heard, and honestly, who wants to worry about that? And here's Ultimate Christmas, which...
Yep, the final Thomas Home Media release of 2007.
Yep, which has,
Toss Christmas Party, Toss...
5 episodes, narrated by George Carlin. There we go.
Yep. That's correct. Because Alec Baldwin did 4. Because I guess people liked George over Alec Baldwin.
Percy Takes the Plunge, also known as Daisy, and other Thomas stories. Which, yes, it has the Percy Takes the Plunge redubbed by George Carlin, so...
At least it used the George... We finally got the George Carlin version on DVD, finally. It took like so many years after the Best of Percy release to finally get the George Carlin one on DVD. And, yep. Mine has the booklet. I showed you it before. Yep, and I did... Yeah, I know I saw my latest post of how I said for the billionth time I apologize to Gum Robert for being so harsh to him. He said, and I said to please, and I know, yes, keep his promise, Thomas promised, and I said, yes, I promise with all my heart, Gum Robert, to not do it anymore after this one I did for you for the billionth time. But as for Garrett and Lego Lover 117 and his fiancee Hope and those other people,
J-Gam Guy and Austin Anthony.
Yeah, It's like it's the number for Austin Anthony is 2880. 2880. I think that's the numbers.
Now I got Thomas's Trackside Tunes, which only has one, which is Trucks, also known as Rusty Helps Peter Sam.
Yep.
Mud Glorious Mud, which only has Edward, Trevor, and the Really Useful Party, but it's not echoed, and Trevor's theme song is not heard, but Thomas gets bumped. It is echoed, and you can hear Trevor's theme song.
Well, so. this one on Mud Glorious Mud, it's restored. Edward, Trevor, and the Really Useful Party.
Of course, absolutely, and got Henry and the Elephant, also known as the Gallant Old Engine, which has I don't know why they removed Henry's lamp iron, even though on the back cover he does have that lamp iron when he was annoyed and when Sir Topham had informed him that a tunnel was blocked and he has to take some workers. So.
Yep, and yeah, we know this DVD came out a while after George Carlin passed away in July 2008.
Oh yeah, I know. Very sad indeed. And yes, I used a black Sharpie marker to make it familiar to Henry's lamp iron. So.
I know. Yeah, it's better than putting a label. You should never ever put label makers on discs, Jake Martin, because my brother said it will cause the disc to get messed up. So don't put a label, like a paper label, on discs. But putting on marker on disc, it doesn't hurt the player. But putting labels on discs, bad idea. Even on blank discs, don't ever do it. Oh yeah, we have to show Rusty the Rescue.
Yeah, those marker writings on the discs, they don't mess up DVDs, which is good. And now here's Rusty to the Rescue. The final one to be distributed by Anchor Bay before Lionsgate took over.
Yeah, even though this is why I also have Thomas releases by Anchor Bay, the original Anchor Bay prints, is because Anchor Bay is no longer open anymore. I think their studio shut down.
Yeah, which I know that kind of sucks, and
yeah, I think Anchor Bay for their last one, not only do they make sense, it doesn't make sense why are there two snapshots with Duncan, but Duncan's not in any of the episodes on this release, and Trusty Rusty's not on this release either. I was like, come on, Anchor Bay, for your last release, you seriously did use two pictures of Duncan, but he's not in any of the episodes on this release, and also Trusty Rusty you put up there, but that's not on this release either.
Yeah, Trusty Rusty, that was on Percy Saves the Day, so.
Well, yeah, luckily when I do my. Well, this has been interesting when I do my Thomas Home Media Collection stream, but now I'll do ones with Alec Baldwin as the narrator.
And also, seriously, Hit Entertainment and Anchor Bay, why did you take Rusty's wheels off? Rusty won't be able to move without any wheels.
Wait, you're seriously saying there's no wheels underneath Rusty?
Yeah, we definitely don't see the wheels on Rusty, even though in the actual program, he does have his wheels, so. And there's a piece of green grass inside his cab next to his driver. And
it looks like Rusty's pulling a coach or something.
Yeah, Rusty is not supposed to have that steam coming out of his little top thing because he's a narrow gauge diesel engine. So.
But yeah, now I'll show you. Yes, I did show you this. My first ever Sam era Wiggles released in my collection. Because I'm never ever getting those the other two era Wiggles because they remind me of these stupid eras of Thomas. But Sam Moran era reminds me of the CGI Miller era of Thomas. Whereas for the Greg era, it reminds me of Hit era, Classic Series, and Renaissance era of Thomas.
Yeah, I still have You Make Me Feel Like Dancing. I
don't have.
still need to get the others, so.
I'll have to get that one next. I mean, that one's easy to find. This one just has a compilation of nursery rhymes. Like right here, the Skip to My Lou song, which I have not listened to yet. Someone did a parody of that in, well, the Dragon Tale Something's Missing, which actually, I need to bring up something here, Jake Barn. When you were in my Dragon Tales, like, DVD collection stream back in what, 2022, 2023? No, you weren't in the 2023 one, but the 2022 first edition one? I think some people should not say this G word because I think it offends people. Like when Max's voice was not so good in season 1, well, this is how I rank Max's voices in all seasons of Dragon Tales. Well, as long as this is other stuff, because we finished Thomas already. Season 1, Max sounds okay. Season 2, sort of the same. But at least Season 3, they made him sound a little bit like a teenager. Because, Danny McKinnon was growing up at the time.
Oh, Max's voice actor was starting to grow up fast. So.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I should have said something to you. You should have not said that bad G word to say that was because Max's voice was not so good. And also when you referenced about the Horde Lori thing and making Alec Baldwin making James sound kind of annoying when he said the word despicable.
Oh, GAY. I should not say that.
Yeah, well, some people say like, yeah, when I read this book in school, it's kind of like, wait a minute, I was going to be offended. I was going to get in trouble if I said that word, so I made sure to tell my teacher, hey, this is a bad word. I don't want to say this. I don't know. I was in school back then, so it doesn't matter now, but anyway. Yeah, and you also should have seen my comment on Flicka stream when I messed up saying, wait, this and Steve Goes to College are both Season 3 episodes? No, this is a Season 3 episode of Dragon Tales, moving on, while Steve Goes to College is from Season 4 of Blue's Clues. But yep, here's We Can Work It Out, which I know a bunch about this. And that We Can Solve It Together, which luckily has a Bully for You Done Right episode. Serpent's Trail. Which actually one scene of the Serpent's Trail, Jake Barton, when Cyrus is sneaking up on the gang, one scene you can see Emmy's socks disappear from her shoes. Like when she's kneeling on the ground. I don't want to pop in the DVD. I don't want to do it right now, pop in the DVD, because I'm going to stop in 10 minutes. But I actually found a image online on Google. Just Google up Dragon Tales The Serpent's Trail, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, hello to you, Light Blue Yoshi Fano too. And yeah, and also yes, I tried not to blush red at the scene in The Shape of Things to Come when Cassie kissed Ben. When I watched the DVD, I just remained silent till I just kept myself quiet and chilled. Here's some more Bob the Builder releases. Well, here's my Bob the Builder release for now, because I'm about to... Well, yep, big game. with the episode Wendy's Busy Day. Well, and Celebrate with Bob. There's Building Friendships. And Let's Start a Band. Yeah, and I tried to comment on your recent... It wouldn't let me comment on your recent post, Jake Martin. The recent post you made, it would not let me comment on it.
Oh my goodness. I don't know what's going on with YouTube today.
Yeah, I think YouTube needs to shut down that stupid company where it put all my videos as made to block all the comments as to be made for kids only. I'm so sick of this because. Oh, here's whenever I'm afraid. Which, yes, I ran on a serious tangent about the error in Cowboy Max. Where seriously, you make Max get healed by Dr. Boo Boo Gone, but he's not supposed. You don't do that, writer of Cowboy Max. And Believe in Yourself. Yep. There's my favorite. Another one of my favorites of the Baby Dragons, Just for Laughs. Where. Yep, I tried not to chuckle at that scene when Finn said some words. And before Ord says the line, "You don't sing." And say Ola to Enrique, which I'm thinking of getting that. I don't know if I'll get that Sesame Street TV, that fun pack of Sesame Street yet. Yeah, and also I was talking to Flick about this in one of his streams when I showed this DVD to Jake Martin. He actually did tell me he has Elf on DVD. Well, yes, I have Elf on plain DVD too, but I use the 4K to watch the movie from now on. And also, yes, I'll just show something physical media just one more time. Here's the Live Hot Potatoes release. Which that clamshell VHS variant is going up for eBay on so much money on eBay. I have no idea why. Well, I guess I'll just explain stuff normally. Now that's a lot of stuff I gotta show. But yeah, I'm still. Yeah, YouTube needs to stop making these things videos made for kids. They need to stop that. Come on, YouTube's not just for kids to watch. Yeah, I suspect whoever's in charge of that thing needs to get fired like immediately. Well, I don't want to call the police. That'd be a terrible idea. There was never a time I ever had to call the police, Jake Martin. Yeah, not once I ever had to call the police once on my own perspective phone. But yeah, when you should have seen like Toss of Wiggles fan number 1000. They were some reason able to text me through their cell phone because they say that the reasons why is because they like to do it outside of streams because they need, I guess, just to make it easier to talk to. But yeah, I know I don't want to text you, Lego Lover, or Flicka, or even Toss Up Fan 123. But even though he's muted, I know he's hearing about this.
I'm here.
Okay, at least you're. Yeah, I was just explaining Toss Up Fan 123 how I should not text Jake Martin, you, Flicka, or Lego Lover 117.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not going to type my private cell phone number in the private chat. That's a terrible idea.
I see.
Yeah. But even like email, no. But anyway, I'll just explain something normal. In 2 minutes, I'm about to do an impression to end off this stream. Let's see if I can just explain something normally for just one more thing. Explain out normally. Yep, I'm still going to find the 2008 slipcover of Thomas's Halloween Adventures that's not glittery. That's why I do Thomas upgrades. I'll just do... That's when I also did some upgrades to my Dragon Tales Yes We Can and Let's Show Let's Play. I'll just do them up by the end of May. Just find the upgrades on eBay. Wow, wait. Now it's 9:44, Jake Martin, so I'll just do a quick impression to wrap it up. So I'll just do from any of these things here, just piled next to me. Okay, let's see if I can do the impression from this. Oh yeah, this is how it's going to go, Jake Martin. Listen, it's going to go like this. This is my brother Finn. Cassie is so excited about bringing Finn to the school today. I even packed him his favorite snack. Don't worry, Mommy. I'll do a really good job of showing him around the school. Wonderful. Mwah, mwah. See you later.
Cassie the Green-Eyed Dragon.
Yep, when they're at the scene where they first see Finn for the very first time, that episode is on, well, this DVD right here. Well, anyways, yep, I'm gonna let you guys go. It's 9:45.
Okay.
Yep. Hopefully you enjoyed this, Jake Martin. Keep an eye out for the next stream coming up next week, which will probably be on simply guessing impressions. If you can make it to it, hopefully. Mark it on your calendar for Thursday, next week on Thursday. All right, yeah, and I'll let you.
All right.
Yep. See you, Jake Martin. See you, Thompson with Fan 123.
See y'all later.
See ya.
Yep. See ya. Well, anyways, yep. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this stream on me showing my Thomas Home Media collection with releases featuring George Carlin as the narrator. To show it off with Thomas Home Media releases, but featuring the role of the narrator. So, yep. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. And yep, stick around for another stream coming up next week, guys. And hopefully it'll be something really amazing. Yep, that's it, everyone. And bye-bye for now.